All right. So a minute ago, you were kind of touching on what are some of the ways that you can tap into SEO with YouTube, so that you can target different locations and different audiences. Um, if you are working with little to no budget and you want to use a strategy in which you use trending phrases or words to just include in your title, or there's an artist, a big artist who made a song and that artist is similar to your genre, and you want to just take that artist's title and use it as clickbait for your title. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a form of SEO, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
search engine optimization is just what are people searching online, how much are they searching it, and then what results show up. So there's a long list of criteria that the YouTube algorithm or the Google or Microsoft or whatever algorithm is using to show which results show up. So on YouTube, that criteria is things like how many views it gets within the first 24 to 48 hours, what words are in the title and description, what words are actually in the raw video file. That's not as weighty as the title and description, but it still counts. And then how long is the video? How long are people watching the video? All those things go together. So you can have it be where somebody comes out, Taylor Swift comes out with a song, although there are some things you don't want to do with copyright. So the more you have approved covers, like there's websites out there where you can get, you can have covers where they license them to you, so to speak, and you don't get a ding on your YouTube profile for having that. But there's still other things you can do that you don't have to get a copyright strike on it. So you can have reaction videos. Like it could be you make a song reacting to somebody's song that's out. That's one idea that gets you a lot of traffic. If you have the licensed cover song, that's a great idea to put those in the title and get that traffic as well. And then I'm trying to think of any others that you could do to just put that in there.
Are hashtags very weighty on YouTube?
Not as much. I mean, I don't personally search for any hashtags. So we don't fool with them too much on YouTube. But pretty much it's those things. So it's doing a reaction video, cover video, a remix, something like that. Or it could be that you like do a parody. That's the other one I was thinking of. Like a parody video. Those will all get you some extra YouTube SEO.
In theory, and if we're talking in principles, what should be in the about section for a video? What's the best way we can kind of utilize and take advantage of that section to increase our SEO on YouTube?
It should. So there's something called keyword stuffing. You don't want to do that. So that's like if I use a tool like TubeBuddy, and we could throw in our affiliate link in the description of the comments for that. But TubeBuddy is just a tool that you can type in. Let's say I want to type in 90s hip hop or 90s rock or something like that. And I type that into TubeBuddy. It will then give me a list of suggested or related keywords that people also search for when they're searching for that. It's kind of like when you go on Google and then you scroll to the bottom of the page and it shows you here's some other terms that people search for. So that is one way to at least include some other words in your description so that it starts to rank for extra terms. So you can do that in both articles and the description, like articles on your website and the description on YouTube as well. But then the best thing to do, you want to have your most important keyword in your title and then a variation of that in like the first part of your description. And then after that, you want to tell a little bit. This is what we do. We do that first and then like the first sentence or whatever, and then tell a little bit of a story about the video, maybe like, a paragraph or something like that. And then honestly, that's all we really do for YouTube descriptions.
I got
'Cause
you.
they're more concerned with some of the other factors
I got
that I
you.
was talking about before. So once those are in there, I mean, we pretty much just put, a subscribe link. And if you guys aren't doing a direct subscribe link, that's where you can look it up on Google, but it's where you have your channel link and then you put just a little bit of code after it so that when people click the link, it prompts them to subscribe to your channel rather than just clicking the YouTube link and them going to your channel and having to think for themselves to subscribe to it.
I got you.
So
That
just
makes
little
sense.
things like that, and that's one thing we do with our YouTube subscriber optimization that we have on omarmc.com. That is included whenever we optimize videos for YouTube. So we do that subscriber link, we do a pinned comment, we do optimized descriptions, like we do all that. That's included with the service.
I got you. Okay. One of the best benefits of a platform like YouTube is that it seems fairly easier to build up an audience when it comes to interest-based things, right? So, if I'm a artist and I happen to not only be interested in music, because obviously I'm a music artist, but I'm also interested in eating healthy, I can fuse both of those passions of mine on a platform like YouTube by being a music artist, but also making content around eating healthy and a healthy lifestyle. You can promote the same stuff on like an Instagram on any platform, but it seems I can make more content that would allow more opportunity for me to showcase my heart behind this lifestyle on like a YouTube, because it gives way to long form content a lot of the times. Why do you think artists, again, at least from what I see, why do you think artists aren't as quick to build up their YouTube platform as quick as they are to do like their Instagram or maybe even TikTok? Why do you think we don't see a lot of artists establishing brands on the YouTube platform when you can really build up a strong following on there?
Good question. I'd say it takes more initial work. That's probably why.
Yes.
So YouTube, like you're saying, YouTube is great for long form content, although they have a stories feature, but people don't use their stories feature nearly as much as they do on Instagram.
For sure.
Or as much as they make short videos on TikTok. So YouTube is more for long form content, which just takes longer to make.
Yeah.
Takes more thought, takes more prep, takes more editing, takes usually more setup. If you want it to look a little bit more professional, it's going to take you a little bit more dollars to start that. So it's a higher barrier to entry, but that also means that the competition is going to be lower.
Yes.
For for your genre or your subgenre. So while YouTube still has more users than Instagram does or than TikTok does, in the music space for that type of content, it doesn't have as much competition. So there's definitely some hip hop artists or some other artists that have like a combination channel where they talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
And then they also have some of their music come out on it. I've seen people do that, and that's a good strategy. It's just it takes more entry work. So I've said this before, but one of the reasons why our site does well with SEO is because in the music space specifically, people just kind of don't want to do it.
Wow.
So they want to take a shortcut with it. And it's not like it's the easiest thing to do, and it doesn't get quick results, especially with websites. So with YouTube SEO, you can rank a lot quicker than with website SEO.
Yeah.
Sometimes with a website, it might take you 3 months to whenever you're first starting your website, it's definitely going to take you like 3 months to 6 months to really start building traction on getting your traffic. But you have to remember that not a lot of people want to do that. So whenever we come out with stuff about SEO, I mean, it's not one that people ask about a lot, but the traffic is there for it. I mean, we get most of our site traffic is still SEO. Probably a good 40-50% of our revenue is from SEO.
Wow.
So it's it's there for people who want to work at it.
Yeah.
It's not going to fall in your lap.
Yeah.
But it just depends on whatever path you want to take.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that seems to be like the good side of it. That's the good news about it. There's a wide open opportunity for people who are willing to work for it, and for people who are willing to kind of like dig away for the gold. And I guess it's just reserved for those people who are focused enough and dedicated enough to go for it.